It is 6:03. In just a few hours, the man accused of killing Carroll County Deputy Logan Utt will face charges for the shooting in Virginia.
Michael Puckett is in custody there this morning. Today's hearing comes after he waived his right to extradition in a Surry County courtroom following his arrest Sunday night in Mount Airy.
Morning reporter Aaron Burnett joins us now. And Aaron, a man came face to face with Puckett just moments before he was arrested. What does he say happened?
Well, we talked to a man named John Keeley who says Michael Puckett walked right up his driveway at his home off of Skyview Lane and right up to his front door. And they got it all on camera. Take a look at this. Like I said, you could see Michael Puckett walk right up that driveway towards the home. And that's when Keeley says he and his wife were home at the time, and they had their door open and their windows as well because they were cooking, trying to let the smoke out. And he says he and Puckett locked eyes. He immediately recognized him as the suspect that law enforcement officers had been looking for nearly 2 days. And this is what he says happened next.
I stepped forward and said, "Whoa, stop. Do not come in here. Stay back. Do not come in here." And he said, I just want a drink of water. So I said, "I'll get you a drink of water. Just stay there, don't move." I probably didn't actually realize the danger I was in because I wasn't scared.
Keeley says he had waved over 2 deputies who were in the area as part of the search, and that's when they arrested the man right in his driveway. Luckily, no one was injured during that arrest, but this search took nearly 2 days, 48 hours to find this man, and hundreds of officers as well. But Keeley ultimately says that he is glad that the officers were in the right place at the right time in order to bring this arrest to fruition. For now, live in Carroll County, I'm Aaron Burnett, WXII 12 News.
Aaron, thank you. And as we've seen from that decorated cruiser, tributes really for Deputy Logan Utt continue to pour in.
A huge loss for the community. He's remembered not just for wearing the badge, but for the impact that he made beyond it. A sea of first responders stood shoulder to shoulder, and people from across Virginia and North Carolina lined roadways as a deputy's body was escorted from Roanoke, Virginia to Moody Funeral Home in Mount Airy.
And as we saw right now, Deputy Utt's cruiser sits outside the sheriff's office as a memorial, with people coming around the clock to remember his impact on the community.
It honestly breaks my heart so much to know it was so close to my house. I could easily drive there in about 10 minutes. I know I'm not going to ever be somebody like Logan, but I want to try. Make sure I can help my community and protect everyone and make them safe.
Community members say the focus now is on supporting Utt's family in the days ahead while honoring his legacy of service and sacrifice.
The town of Hillsville, Virginia is honoring Deputy Utt with memorial bows. Anyone who would like to display one can pick them up with a donation starting today. Just head to Town Hall on North Main Street between 1 through 4:30 this afternoon. All proceeds directly support Deputy Utt's family.
Now, we will continue to provide updates on the investigation into this shooting, along with ways the community is stepping in to support the victim. You can find complete coverage on our mobile app and on our website.
6:07, let's take you to Guilford County. We are working to learn more about a police investigation in Greensboro. Adeline Lane is back open this morning after the road closed for about 3 hours last night as officers investigated. Officers have not shared details about the response. We will update you on air and online as we continue to press for more information.
Staying in Guilford County, Greensboro police are investigating a shooting. They tell us they responded to the intersection of Bernal Avenue and Baker Avenue around 3:30 yesterday morning. Officers found one person there shot. Right now, we are working to learn about the victim's condition as well as any information pertaining to a suspect. Well, the Guilford County Sheriff's Office has identified the 8-year-old killed in a shooting last week.
It's just a heartbreaking story, Kara. So back on May the 25th, deputies responded to a home along U.S. Highway 29 North where they found Gabriel Sanchez shot. He later died at the hospital.
Investigators say the gun involved was not secured and was accessible to several children in the home, which they say ultimately led to Gabriel's death. His 19-year-old brother, Luis Sanchez Jr., now faces charges with misdemeanor storage of a firearm to protect minors. And deputies say he was responsible for securing the gun at the time of the shooting.
Right now, High Point police are looking for the suspect who shot at a vehicle in the parking lot of the Walgreens on North Main Street. Investigators say they believe that the vehicle was targeted. The driver of that vehicle left before officers arrived. It's unclear if anyone was hit by a bullet. Police say that several other cars were damaged by the gunfire. In Rockingham County, investigators discovered more human remains at the old Reedsville rock quarry. Police confirmed that several agencies responded to the site yesterday, including the FBI, the SBI, and Sheriff's Office. The discovery comes after divers went into the water as part of an investigation into remains found back in April.
Staying in Rockingham County, 3 people are hurt, including a bus driver and a student, after a school bus crash. So according to the district, bus number 180 was sideswiped on Highway 158. That was near Brooks Road yesterday. We're told the bus driver and 1 middle school student were taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The driver of the other vehicle was airlifted to HM Health, Wake Forest Baptist.
The time on the clock is 6:09. Members of the Stokes County School Board are close to figuring out the next steps for Pine Hill Elementary School.
Now, you may recall the school closed at the end of the 2024 school year due to a decline in enrollment. So at last night's board meeting, residents got together to weigh in on the Pine Hall property. One resident proposed the property be used to house and support veterans.
At this time, no decision has been made. The board will discuss the issue at another meeting on June the 15th for Pine